Hello and welcome to another session brought to you by the Vetter ecosystem, Skylabs, CrowdX Calendar, you name it, we got it. We are building out the ecosystem and things are rocking and rolling. Hey, so glad that you're here today. Last session, last Tuesday, we had a epic session. We looked at 3 different projects, and one of them really stood out as a potential with something definitely to look into further. And so we're not going to do a full deep dive into that project, but if you didn't watch last Tuesday's episode show, definitely you want to check that out because that right there is exactly what the power of this platform and community and ecosystem is all about. Okay, so let's just take a look at what that project was and why this is such a big deal. So as you're hopping on, go ahead and say hello. Let me know who's with us. We got Wanda in the house. We got Sleepy, Crypto Dread, Aaron. Hey, thank you guys for being here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So the project that came about on Tuesday, it's called Genico. And the reason this is significant is because, one, it's a project that's doing some great things in the space. That's always great. It's always encouraging to see something other than just a cat project or a dog project or some type of monkey or ape reference. But this has real utility. We did a little bit deeper dive into the project. We saw that the team looked pretty solid, has some experience behind them, and that's always encouraging to see that as well. And what makes it awesome though is this project was scouted by a new member of our community. Okay, so his name's Justin, brand new to our community. This is the first project he found, and that, my friends, is the power of this ecosystem. You, as a user right now listening to this, you don't have to have all the contacts. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have all the resources, but collectively, you have access to that. And that's what makes this so powerful. So Justin, through whatever his means of finding this project, he found the project, and now the entire community can benefit from that information, from that knowledge, and from that research. And I know a lot of people have been doing a deeper dive into this project, and I'm really excited to see what we discover as time goes on. But that, my friends, is the power of this community. So you're in the right place at the right time with the right people, and all of us working together. That is the crowdsource model. That is it right there. So we got Phyllis is with us, David, Elk, Carl, and Rescuing History. Welcome, guys. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday afternoon. So with that, we're going to jump into the calendar. Now, if you're brand new, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. So one, we can do a formal, official welcoming and greeting if you are brand new. And we want to make sure that, if you have any questions, we can get those questions answered for you. Now, the first thing you're going to know when you go to Vetter platform is this is the Vetter board. This is our dashboard where everything is basically shown and takes place here. And right here, you're going to see a condensed version of the calendar. Here are some projects posted by some of the top scouts. Here are some gains you can see right here. And then over on the left, you can see these different options. You have CrowdX, you have the tracker page, which is like the profile. The CrowdX is our calendar. You have the Vetter University. Here you have the swap. Right here is vSell. Here is the vault. Here is staking, Skylabs, and then support. Okay. Now, I do want to show you just real briefly Vetter University. We have collected a whole list of videos to support you no matter where you are in your journey with the crypto space. Whether you're brand new and you don't know anything, you're not even sure how you stumbled across this video, not even sure, what BNB is and how to even acquire it and why you would even use it to acquire, Vetter token or to acquire VSL. So whether you're on that end of the spectrum or you're experienced, you're knowledgeable, and you're just looking to sharpen your axe, there are resources here for you. And we have literally covered from point A all the way to Z everything you could possibly need to know to get the most out of the crypto space, but also the most in this ecosystem. And also, we record these sessions that you're watching now, you can find them here in the Vetter University as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the CrowdX Calendar. And one of the things that you may right away see that there's a lot of projects here. And in last year, over 16,000 projects launched. Now, as a user, how in the world, individually, how in the world would you be able to look and monitor and watch over 16,000 projects? I mean, that's massive. That's absolutely massive. And so what we've done here, we have created an environment where people can work together. Instead of one person doing all the work to find all these projects and you digging through Telegram and Twitter and YouTube. I almost said MySpace randomly. I don't know where that came from. I almost said MySpace though. But instead of you doing all that research, you're able to utilize this platform, utilize this research tool in such a way that it puts you in front of projects. Instead of you spending all your time trying to find projects, now you can sift and sort through some of the work that's already been done for you. So let's go ahead and take a look here. You can sift and sort with these options up here. You can sift and sort via the network. So if you want to look at projects that are only on, let's say Ethereum, when you click Ethereum, it filters out all the other projects. You're able to sift and sort through launch pads. So whether it's, RCPad or Unicrypt or DXL or PinkCell, able to sift and sort through category. Maybe you're all about gaming projects. You click gaming, it filters in just the gaming projects, filters out the others. Maybe you're all about utility type projects. So when you click, there's Launchpad as well. When you click utility, it's going to show you utility projects. When you click Launchpads, here are the Launchpads that are launching. So it allows you to narrow in your focus and help you find exactly what it is that you're looking for. You're also able to sift and sort based on the event type. My mouse is having a day. It's having quite the moment right now. I clicked event type and all of a sudden it clicked over here. So you can sift and sort whether it's pre-sales or private sales or fair launches or IDOs, whatever strategy that you want to implement. So those are the way that you're able to narrow your focus down and to find exactly what it is that you are looking for. Now, another benefit of this community is people working together, everybody doing a little bit of work, a little bit of their part. And so I did ask before we hopped on the call if anyone had any projects to take a look at. And so the first project that I mentioned earlier today was Jenny Co. Again, if you're just now tuning in and you didn't watch last session, which was Tuesday, definitely watch that and see our discussion about Jenny Co. And definitely add that to your paper trading, to your volume of launches, and you want to keep track of that. Hop into Telegram. You're going to see a lot of familiar and friendly faces from the Vetter ecosystem because a lot of people are going over there, asking questions, doing some research, doing their due diligence, and it'd be a great opportunity to learn. Another project that we actually got feedback on or recommended before the session today. One of the projects was Lucro. Okay, and I was actually looking at this right before the call had started. One of the scouts that I follow, his name is Gordon Gecko, and he posted this project. And so I was doing a little bit of research on it before we hopped on the session today, and just happened to see in Telegram that another one of our top scouts, Metalaride, he was actually mentioning this project. It'd be worth taking a look at. So if you're watching this right now, if you guys are watching this and you have already looked into this project, go ahead and drop your thoughts, feedback, and questions in the comment section on what it is that you already learned or researched or dislike about this project as we are digging through how this works. Now, one of the things that Metalaride had said was this was this is part of another ecosystem, okay, the Evergrow ecosystem. And so this is what Gordon Gecko says as well. This will be the transactional token for Evergrow utilities, initially utilized on Luna Sky NFT Marketplace. Also will be utilized on Crater, and other utilities. This will be an ecosystem transactional token that has a low fee of 1% buy sell, and 0.8% goes to buyback and burn, and 0.2% goes to liquidity. This is going to be a fair launch. Fair launch will be on the website. Sell will be live for 48 hours until the sell has filled. Hard cap has 1.5 million. No whitelist. Anyone can buy. Questions can be asked in the Evergrow Telegram regarding Lucro. Total supply, 100 billion tokens. 45% of the supply up for grabs during the fair launch pre-sale. The hard cap of 1.5 million is nuts. That is the equivalent of over 5,500 BNB in the pre-sale. Evergrow does have approximately 140,000 holders, but such a large pre-sale will likely produce massive sell pressure at launch. Now, I'm actually not familiar with Evergrow. If any of you guys are familiar with Evergrow, please feel free to share your thoughts on Evergrow. And hey, Justin, welcome. Metaloride's in the house. Metaloride, go ahead and share. What is that you like about this project, the pros and cons that you like about it as we start breaking this down. Okay. Now, right off the top of our heads, we know that this is a project from an existing community, existing team, existing ecosystem. So there's already a level of trust. There's already a level of respect. There's already a level of success because of what they've done. So now we can dig a little bit deeper into the project and see what we can see. Now, Gordon Gecko did say that all questions for Lucro can be asked in the Evergrow Telegram. And so I'm guessing that, they may not have a separate website. Similar to that of Vetter and Skylabs. It's all going to be part of the ecosystem. But we do have a video here that's breaking it down. Fair launch starts on September 10th, so we got 2 days. Launch ends on the 12th. And then it launches it launches later that day on the 12th. Now, one of the things that we've often mentioned whenever there is a project that is raising funds on their site, it's definitely something that you want to make sure that you know who the team is, you know what the vision is, you know what they're up to, and there's trust involved. Always a good idea to use a different wallet than what you keep your other funds in, especially Vetter token or Skylabs token. So just in case there's any shenanigans, everything is clear. Yeah, we got both Justins in the house. Both Justins. I love it. All right, so right on the website, I'm really curious to see what this video is going to be about as far as like view count, because I read over here 140,000 holders. It seems like a pretty big project. Again, I'm not familiar at all with Evergrow, but it sounds like a successful project. And I want to know, what's the view count for this video. I'm really curious about that. And we'll skip that. Oh, that's what I like to see. I love it. I love it. All right, so we got a video that was uploaded 7 days ago with 8,986 views. I like it. I like it. So there's some interest here. We got 442 likes, 143 comments, and looks to be like, there's some decent engagement here. This looks similar to what we had going on with some of the videos that we had leading to Skylabs. So great to see that there's some views here. This doesn't look necessarily botted or paid for. It looks legit. Let's take a look at their other videos if they have any. Okay, so they have 3 videos. 2 months ago, 2.6 or 2,600, 2,100, and 8,900 views. So yeah, decent view count for these videos. It's pretty good, and even better considering they have 1,100 subscribers. Metal Red says, I was in the Evergrow pre-sale and did really well with it. They're very professional and have a great community. I've even been to the Evergrow office in Edmonton. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, so Metal Red, like I said, one of our top scouts in the community, amazing contributor to the community. He's actually been to the office. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. They went to an all-time high of 1.5 billion, currently at 90 million. I'm guessing that's market cap. It's fantastic. All right, so it sounds like a really good project, or a big project. Sounds like a big project. And so, Justin, if you're obviously a lot about this project. You were part of it. You've been following it. You like what you see. So for someone who's not involved with Evergrow, what's the play? What's the play for someone getting involved with Lucro? Would someone be looking at it as a means of a rip FT? Is this something that the potential to hold on to long term? Is there any benefits of holding both Evergrow and Lucro? I'm going to jump into their Telegram group and just get a feel for what's going on here. All right, we got 17,935 members. Let me make sure that I'm good to go here so I don't get blocked out of their chat. Hey, Tariq. Okay, guess I'm good to go now. All right. Yeah, let's take a look at their chart. Powered by CoinBrain. Interesting. Yeah, so it looks like Evergrow launched back in about a year ago, September 25th, 2021. They had their peak at November, so a month later had their peak. This is a pretty solid run up, and they're still sitting. I can't tell exactly. Let me minimize this. Open this up. Let me get my tools out. All right. I mean, as best I can see, this chart is a little wonky, but so still sitting, significant gains from the top there. Melarad is saying Lucro is used within the Evergrow utility. It would definitely be into a RIP FT and not a RIP, as he feels Lucro would also be a slow moon after the initial launch pump and dump. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. So I guess the one missing piece, and this is one of the things I was looking at before we got in the call, was having no information about Evergrow, having no information about the benefit of holding Evergrow. what would be? No, they didn't go below lunch price. Definitely not. They're still sitting like something ridiculous, like 1,000x, I believe. Um, they're sitting pretty high up still. So what would be the benefit? I mean, is there a long term benefit of holding this, or is this strictly a money play, a gains play? Is there any benefit of holding this token, or is it strictly looking at this as a means of a stepping stone? Getting some growth, getting some gains, and moving on to the next project. As I was doing my research before we got on the call, that was the biggest question I had. Um, and I didn't. I mean, he did talk about Evergrow here, but I did not necessarily realize, you know, that it didn't say anything to me since I didn't know anything about that project. Yeah, 213 pin messages, and so that's almost to be expected, given how old this project is. About a year old. So you're going to see a lot of pin messages. You're going to see ideally a lot of members. Let's just see how active the community is. One of the things that Gordon Gecko did share, he felt that it's a pretty big raise for the amount of the community, and anticipates that there could be the potential for a dump at launch. And so I guess some of the questions would be anti dump. So right now I'm just looking to see if there's any like what's an incentive for their community to hold. Um, yeah, so that would be one of the questions I have as I was looking at this project. What's the incentive and benefit? Yeah, yeah. Dallo, yep. Hey, we can take a look at that one here in a moment. Crypto Jutsu. Hey, congratulations. Hey, welcome to the community, and glad that you're 3 for 3. That's fantastic. Wanda, with fair launches, you really don't know the price per token until it launches. Um, Wanda, someone correct me if I'm wrong, if you have a different way to say this. It's very similar to there's going to be a listing price, and listing price is always dependent on the price of BNB or whatever they're tied to, and that's not really known until the moment that they click go. Now, once they click go, price is going to it's either going to go up or down. I mean, with it being a fair launch, it's very likely that the price is going to go up, and then price is going to fluctuate. So at that point, price is going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. So there's no telling what the price is going to be for that. And so with a fair launch like this, not the pink cell kind of fair launch. This is the legit kind of fair launch where it's like the land rush days where they say go, and whoever has the fastest fingers or fastest machines, they get in line first, and they get the benefits of that. So with a fair launch, it's really it's good to have an idea in your mind about how you want to have it go down. Okay, so whether this is not financial advice, but whether you want to go, all in because you feel like, oh, it's just going to pump, or you want to, dollar cost average in, DCA in, because that's your strategy. It's very, very important to know what your strategy is headed into the launch, so you don't FOMO, in like that. Yeah, yeah, Grizzly was a little bit different. Yeah, exactly, Sleepy. This is a real fair launch. Um, Actually, let me back that up. That may not be accurate. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not a. I got all confused. I'm sorry, guys. This is not a traditional fair launch. This is a fair launch, just like we saw with. I guess similar to that of Pink Cell. I mean, they're raising funds, but they do have a hard cap. Um, so the hard cap is 1.5 million. Okay, so this is how it's different than the Pink Cell fair launches. They do have a hard cap with this, so they're just not going to raise funds indefinitely or unlimited funds in that 2 day period. They're going to cap it at 1.5. So to Wanda's question, oh, here's the price right here. Fair launch price is 1 BSD for 30,000 LCR. Okay, so Wanda, I hope I didn't. I definitely talked in circles there for a second. For a split second, I was thinking it was different than Pink Cell, and then I was thinking it was similar to Grizzly Finance, and then I realized it was not like either one of those. I don't think they're doing it like Grizzly Finance did, although Grizzly Finance basically raised all the funds in one wallet and bought it all together, and then distributed the tokens after that, like dripping the tokens out. Um, I I mean, based on what Metaloride has said, based on what Gordon has said, I have not seen that anywhere that that's the case here. Um, so what I see is literally fair launch starts on the 10th. We got one BUSD for 30,000. We got uh, fair launch ends on the 12th. You claim your tokens, and then Pancake Swap is available shortly after the fair launch ends. Yeah, yeah, we're getting into some weird kind of territory. Maybe that's why I was confused a moment ago, because it's like it's almost like we have these terms pre-sale and fair launch, and then projects are saying, "Hey, I know that this is what a fair launch is supposed to be, but this is how we're gonna do it." Yeah, to Sleepy's point, this is a non-whitelist pre-sale with a hard cap of 1.5 million. So yeah, hey, this is guys, this is the space of innovation, doing things different. Forget the old traditional fair launch. We're just gonna do what we want, and do what we do. Now I'm starting to realize why I was a little confused a moment ago. Okay, so to break it all down, this is not a traditional fair launch. This is not a traditional fair launch. So a traditional fair launch would be, let's go to the chart. Traditional fair launch would be over here. Okay, we're all in Telegram. We're watching. We're waiting. We're watching. We're waiting. And then they say, "Oh, the contract's been dropped. Liquidity's added. Boom!" And you're able to buy. Like that's a traditional fair launch. Okay, that's not what is going on here. On Pink Cell, their version of a fair launch is for 2 days. They have a soft cap of 100 BNB, and once they meet their soft cap, they're good. But they could essentially raise 1,000 BNB or 5,000 BNB, and we've seen it happen before. That's not what's happening here either. So what this project is saying is this is a fair launch, but it's really so what we have is we have a hard cap. Anybody can participate. And so, like Sleepy summed it up pretty good. This is a pre-sale hosted on their website with no whitelist. And again, none of this is good or bad. Okay, it's neither good nor bad. To Justin's point, maybe more like a stealth launch. If they're not getting exposed to all the traffic on Pink Cell, I'm not really sure what kind of marketing is going on for it. The fact that they have their the Telegram is the Evergrow one. There are a little bit of I don't want to say complications, but it's not as easy to search. Um, yeah, I I haven't taken the time to search specifically, but I know that the information that I'm going to come across is going to combine with both ecosystems, or both tokens rather. So anyway, so that's a breakdown of what's going on here. It is not necessarily a fair launch. In your mind, think of it like uh, a pre-sale hosted on their own website, not on Pink Cell, not on other launch pads, but their own website. You don't have to have a whitelist, and minimum buy is $10. Max buy, whoops, max buy is 25,000. Okay, so 10 BUSD or 25,000 BUSD. So that's how we wrap that up with a bow on this process. That was a bit of a trip. All right. So unless anybody has any other questions or feedback on this one, we're gonna move on to the next project. That was a whirlwind. That was a whirlwind. Okay, Aaron. Yeah, we'll take a look at that one as well. So we're gonna take a look at Farcana, and then we're gonna look at Crowdy, and then Aaron, if you want to drop the name, we can look at that one next. Okay. We're going to cover 4 projects today. All right, so next project we're looking at. Farcana? Farcana? Okay, so Sleepy brought this one up. This is actually scouted by TKM 6567, and this is a gaming project. And Sleepy liked this project because he felt like they were doing something different and unique with play to earn. So he just left me that little teaser. So we're gonna figure out what that actually means, and we're gonna look at it together here. Okay, thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that, brother. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the website. Now, looking at the last project we looked at, Lucro, it was a little bit different simply because the project was established. We already kind of had some ideas of what was going on, and it's the same website as what the Evergrow one was. So with this being with Lucro being the second token in the ecosystem, in a way, it kind of, for me personally, my brain looks at it differently. My brain is like, hey, look at what they've already done. Look at the massive success they've had, and in a way, it's like I'm already borrowing all that trust from the community, all that experience from the community. Call it right, wrong, indifferent. That's just the way my mind works. So with this project, being that it looks like this could be the first project for this particular platform, the first token for this project, we're gonna do a much deeper dive and ask some different questions than we had previously asked for Lucro. So right away, this is pretty great looking. I don't know if this is actual game footage or if this is just renderings or what, but like it's pretty impressive, pretty impressive. And I can see that I can watch a trailer here. So when I click that, it takes me to YouTube, which they're already speaking my language. Like they know exactly what I want to see here. And okay, so we have 53,000 views. Okay, 53,000 views. It was uploaded on July 21st. So right away, with that amount of views, we know that the views are coming from the website. Actually, that's not accurate. Um, the reason I don't want to say suspicious, but like the like count to comment count for view count, like there's some numbers that are a little bit off. And so my first thought would say all the views must be coming from a video that's been embedded, meaning someone watches a video and they wouldn't like it or leave a comment. Why? Because it's embedded on the website. And then I remembered it's not embedded here, unless it's embedded somewhere else. But right now, when I clicked that, it took me here. So I'm a little curious about that. On why that there's what's the difference. I'm curious where this video is embedded, that it's getting all this traffic from. The comments don't look like abnormal, meaning it doesn't look like they're necessarily farming, comments and likes. Now the channel is not engaging with these comments, which is which is not necessarily ideal. I mean, if the the channel could just reply and like that stuff, that would be cool. Only 273 subscribers. Okay, let's see what other kind of content they have. Okay, so they had a promo trailer back 6 months ago. That's pretty cool. They've been working on this for a period of time. 2 weeks ago, so they have an AMA with Unify. 160 views in 2 weeks. Let's see what the engagement was on this video. We got 9 likes, and comments are turned off for some reason. I mean, not maybe that was an accident or something. All right, let's go back to the website. So it looks like they have some pretty cool looking graphics for the game. Again, I don't know if this is actual gameplay or if this is actual gameplay or just like a cinematic. I mean, likely cinematic, but obviously this is cinematic, but how close to the gameplay is this gonna be is the question I'm asking. Okay, so not a whole lot on the website, just like a one pager. Let's see what we have for just Twitter numbers. 9,500 followers and some good engagement. Yeah. Okay, let's check out their Telegram. Okay, so all right, I made it into the group. So we got 15,000 members in their official chat and 54 pinned messages and a lot of engagement on their messages here. Given that YouTube videos were put up months ago, I would expect this Telegram to be relatively old. So the first pinned message was June 8th, but I'm sure the Telegram is much older than that. Okay, so this group was created May 23rd. So we got about a little over 90 days old. Okay, a little over 90 days old. Sleepy is saying, scroll down on the page and look in the upper left corner. Well, let's go back and check this out. Scroll down on the page, upper left corner. What? Sleepy, I may be misunderstanding what you're saying. So I scrolled all the way down, and I'm looking in the upper left corner. I don't see anything. But I also don't know what I'm looking for. Oh, frequently asked questions? I mean, we could check that out. I don't know if this website's working better for other people, but for me, it's not quite working. Okay, I'm back in Telegram. All right. Okay, so of the 15,000, let's just see, what's if we have any bots here. Hey, I know that guy. All right, so there are some bots in the group, which is a little disappointing, but actually not too much. Um, it looks like maybe every just for a couple of days they had some random stuff hopping in there. So I would say that the 15,000 number is probably closer to that number than not. Sometimes we've seen hundreds of random comments in here, and so this looks like it's decent, real decent number of potential for real people is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes we see these large Telegram groups, and on one day there may be 100 comments that say good project, and on another day another 100 and another 100 and another 100, and so that's just an indication of like, hey, I mean, I don't know, something shady is going on here. With this one, nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy here. Let's see if we can find some AMAs here. Hey, Dr. Cray, welcome. Glad you're here, brother. Yeah, Metaloride, if you could answer that question, that was one of the questions that I was asking with Lucro, and this is a great question. So with Lucro, the question that I was having was, okay, is this just an in and out? Is this a, hold it and wait? Is there a benefit of holding the token? Justin, I think you're Metaloride. I think you're a little more experienced than I am on that. If you have a chance to answer that, or Sleepy, if you happen to know the answer to that as well. But that is a good question. That's kind of where I was headed with, would you treat it like a long-term play like Veteran Skylabs, or would you treat it like a meme token where RIP FT, RIP RIP, recoup investment, you profit, you leave in free tokens and let it ride. And so, having that mentality, having that framework in your mind can support you in, how you're going to, navigate that, launch. Sleepy, what was so for the play to earn model, is this what you're talking about right here? What is play to hash? Patented new model which utilizes Bitcoin hashing power to generate sustainable pool of rewards. You can read more in our white paper. Mobile first, then desktop. Yeah, maybe my computer is having a hard time with yeah, I'm even like, moving stuff around, and I still don't see what you guys were trying to show me. Okay, no big deal. No big deal. Sometimes, when I know someone has some ideas, I want to make sure when someone else brings up a project, I want to make sure I, um, shine the proper light on it. And then sometimes if I can't find it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to find this information that they were talking about and why they were excited about it. So here's what the scout said. Real team with legitimate gaming project on the horizon has held AMAs in several Telegram groups. Team is doxed. Let's actually look at that. I didn't see any information about the team on the website. Oh, and just so you guys know, here's a really cool thing that you can do. So I searched. So first of all, Telegram is an awesome research tool. It's like super awesome. Okay, so you can search, click in this magnifying glass, and you can type in whatever phrase that you want to use. Okay, so I just type in doxed. And so it's going to pick up those keywords. Okay, and so when you click on that, it's going to take you right to the message where that keyword is found. Super helpful. And now we can take it a step further, and right here we see that there are 6 replies. Now sometimes Telegram is a little glitchy and a little buggy, and it doesn't always work and doesn't always show that people replied. But when you see this number here, you can right click and click right here, view 6 replies. And now you can see the people who responded to this person that was asking if it was doxed. Okay, so is the team doxed? And now you see the whole thread. Sure is. Sometimes it's relevant information, sometimes it's not. But I was hoping for like a link to the docs. Now I wonder if it's on the white paper. Let's see if I can find the white paper in here. Our white paper will be available in 2 to 3 days. Okay, it's been 5 days, so it's got to be somewhere. White paper. Okay, I don't see anything that says anything about the white paper. Sleepy, have you found their white paper yet? Let me go back to the pinned messages and see if it's something here. No, these are some games, some contests that's going on. It's all good. They did AMA on Twitter Space. This is with Meta Run. Okay. Okay, so maybe their white paper isn't out quite yet. Okay, let's check out, see if there's an audit. Do you have already audit certificates? Are you working to audit? I don't know what he's asking here. Okay. All right, so haven't found the white paper yet. Haven't found audit yet. I didn't see anything that indicated that they were doxed, aside from them saying yes. Okay, so yeah, so I don't see anything. So as far as what's missing right now, is white paper, doxed, audit. Okay, doxing would be, so some people, they're all about only looking at projects that teamers are 100% doxed. And so if that's you, obviously this would be super important. If that's not you, okay, less important. Now, however, audit and white paper, those are pretty important things. And so let's go back and look to see, this could be pretty early in the works. So private sale is on the 12th. So private sale isn't even for like 4 days. Okay, it looks like the pre-sale is not until October, so a whole month away. So plenty of time to keep diving deep into this project. So they're still early. If we look back and think about Skylabs, Skylabs, the white paper didn't come out for a while until the private sale had already happened, and a couple months later the white paper came out. So this isn't uncommon. It's still pretty early. So this is good though. So this is a great project to add to your volume of launches and paper trading, because it's plenty of time for you to research, ask questions, follow the evolution, and watch what's going on. Okay, watch what's going on. Vetter Day says, "Why just say sure are instead of a link sketchy?" Yeah, and I don't know. So sometimes, so with that, sometimes, our mods do a really good job of pointing people in the right direction. So whenever our mods answer people's questions, and even our community as well, we do a really good job of pointing people in the right direction. So this question is a team doxed? And then this person just says, sure is. Now, we don't know if that's a mod, and we don't know if it's just another community member who's really excited about the project, and they just want to help out. A great answer would be, if there's information that supports this claim that they are doxed, to attach a link to it. So to your point, Vetter Days, absolutely. Now, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily shady or we can't trust it. It just may mean that he, thought he was helping out. But what would really be helpful is a link showing, backing up this claim. So, whether that's a team section in the white paper or on the website. Well, white paper doesn't exist. Team section on the website, I didn't see one. Maybe they've done, voice and video AMAs, and maybe that's what he feels is being doxed. But to your point, that question does this response creates more questions, doesn't it? It definitely creates more questions for me. Like, to your point, well, okay, sure is, but sure is doesn't really tell me much. So to your point, I totally get what you're saying, and I feel what you're saying. Sleepy says there was a roadmap in pinned, or at least an image of one, but it just caught my eye. Interesting idea, maybe one to deep dive and check out. Absolutely. No, I think this is great. Us going through this, we're filling up the pipeline. Okay, we're looking at projects that are launching days from now, weeks from now, months from now, and it's really good to watch projects evolve and grow. And I don't think there's anything. Let me search roadmap. Okay, here we go. So let's take a look at this roadmap. Okay, well, that's a bit of a bummer. Okay, so I would assume that we're in the phase 2 phase. Okay? We're in phase 2 phase right now, because these are full circles. There's no dates. We just get to make assumptions that these are based on milestones and not timelines. Okay? And so all these are full circles. These are empty circles. I'm just making an assumption that this has been completed. These are yet to be completed, and these are partially completed. So with us being in phase 2 right now, there are the seed raise, token whitelisting, private sell, release of white paper, launch of ambassador campaigns, and second round of private alpha testing. Okay, so it seems like this is a pretty early project, but definitely I think it's worth looking at, and worth following. If this is early stage, again, we don't know what this is. Okay, this is obviously not game footage. We don't know if game footage is even close to this, but it's really cool. And so, that's worth looking into. So it'll be cool to watch this come in over time and to see the evolution of this. Sleepy said phase 3. Let's look at phase 3. Phase 3, mining Bitcoin. Okay. Mining Bitcoin using Tesla Model 3, NFT land sell, public scale TGE token generation event, CEX listing, and open beta testing. Okay, yeah, that is interesting. Has anybody mined Bitcoin yet using Teslas? I'm curious about this. All right. So the next project we're going to take a look at is Crowdy. Okay, so far we've taken a look at Lucro. So go ahead and add that one to your list. We just took a look at Farcana, which looks pretty cool. Still some ways out for this project. There's some ways out for this project. There's some stuff that still gets to be done. There's a lot more questions and answers. But in their defense, one thing I will give them credit for is there's continuity amongst graphics and game footage, and I mean not game footage, but the the trailers and stuff. Like, it looks cool. It looks cool. If they can produce a game that looks like this, I mean, I think it could be a ways out, but still, it looks like there's some possibility, here. Okay. Meloritis, yes, he's heard of people mining Bitcoin using Tesla Model 3. Sleepy said, just that one made him laugh. It's kind of an inside thing. Tesla Model 3 had infinite free electricity that passed with the car ownership, so people turned them into... That's great. That's great. Yeah, when I saw that, it definitely threw me off. But no, I think that's cool. So next thing we got, we're looking at Crowdy. Maybe I did not spell that right. Let me go back up in the chat and check. Crowd. Oh. There we go. We needed R. Needed an R there. All right, so we got Crowdy. Who brought up Crowdy? Let me scroll up here. I think we're almost there. Let's see. Dalo Unique brought up Crowdy. So let's take a look at Crowdy real quick. All right, so let's go check out the website. We can go to the main website. Okay, Pink Cell Fair launch starts in 16 hours. Okay, build your Web 3.0 project with Crowdy. Creating your decentralized Web3 project is now possible. Design it and receive investment to have a successful launch. All tools needed at your fingertips. I don't think English is their first language. Creating your decentralized Web3 project is now possible. Design it and receive investment to have a successful launch. Which is not a problem, just something I noticed. I'm not throwing shade. Okay, it looks like they can create a token, create a pre-sale, create a fair launch, lock their tokens, create a pool, create a farm. What I find interesting about this is, I just want your guys' feedback on this. Okay, I want your guys' feedback on this. Here is a project that is saying that you can create a token, create a pre-sale, create a fair launch, lock the tokens, create a pool, and create a farm, but yet they're choosing to launch on Pink Cell. Am I missing something? I'm not judging. I'm just, someone please connect the dots for me. I may be missing something. I may not be understanding this, but what I hear them saying is they're the solution. So if we wanted to create our own project today, right here and now, this project would do it for us, right? They have all the tools and resources. If that's the case, why are they not launching themselves? Why are they using Pink Cell to launch themselves? I'm just curious. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Let me know. I'm going to keep going. So website looks. There's some custom stuff here, but I mean nothing too crazy. But it's not like over dramatic or anything. It looks nice. It's pretty basic. There's nothing fancy here. I mean, we got some custom renderings, but like this kind of looks like it could be Telegram stickers. The same type of stuff. Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing something, guys. Before I started throwing shade, I wanted to make sure I was not in the dark. I mean, maybe. Okay. What about this? Absolutely. And Dallo, just so you know, I am not. Whenever I talk about projects, I do my best to not get real excited about projects, and I also do my best to not tear projects down, because I want everybody to share projects. So anytime I say something positive or negative, take it literally as it is what it is, and simply this is one guy's opinion. Okay, so if I ever say something negative, it is not any reflection of the scout, or a reflection of the person who brought the project up, or even a reflection of the team. It's just simply if I'm going to say something that I'm confused about, I want other people to share maybe I'm missing something. Okay. And then some of these things could also be a question mark of like, hey, what's really going on here? Okay. So a lot of chat coming in. Let's see here. Now, one of the things that we had with Skylabs and Vetter, we already had the ecosystem. Okay. We already had the community. And so maybe that put us in a really strong position to launch off of our own launch pad, where maybe this group doesn't have that yet. Maybe they don't have that. But I wonder, though, what better way to show how legit you are at being a new launch pad than literally to create the hype and excite momentum and community to launch your own project? I mean, I get they may not have the resources yet, they may not have the community backing them, but like, it's literally like, hey, we can do all this for you, but we're going to go ahead and use Pink Cell. I mean, we're good at this too. We got all the tools you need, but we're going to use Pink Cell. Just a thought. Just a thought. So this here we let's take a look at let's see. Let's check out the Telegram group. Check out the Telegram group. Yeah, same thing. I'm thinking, Metalorad. I'm thinking more along the lines of like, maybe they're not in a place yet, and so they can tap into another network that can get the funding that they need and have the support and eyeballs that they need. Okay, so they are looking at 12,330 members in Telegram. We got 32 pinned messages. Let's see how old or how. So August 16th. Okay, so August 16th was the first pinned message. Okay, started in March 9th. Okay, looks like they didn't really start doing much until the 12th. Started adding some people in July. Okay, it looks like maybe July 20th they started getting active in their Telegram group. So we got like less than 60 days of them being active in the Telegram group. Okay, let's see about we got a lot of good projects. Okay, compare this to what we just looked at with the other project. Okay, we got this week. I would really like to know how quickly this Telegram has grown to 12,000. What it was like yesterday, the day before, because within the last 48 hours, 72 hours, we have a lot of just random people hopping in here saying good project. And so, like right here, we have all these hellos and stuff. All right, so this 12,000 number, we got to take a couple thousand off of this. It just, highly likely that they've been adding some bots or bots have been joining. I mean, look at this. So at 11:30, we got good project, hello, hello, good project, hi, hello, hello, hi. Every couple minutes we got just some random comments coming in here. So I don't know. That kind of makes me suspicious of what's going on with them trying to build these numbers up. Instead of just building an actual community, are they filling it with bots to make it look like there's an active community? I don't know. It's something that I do wonder when I see a lot of this stuff. Especially in the last 48 hours, 72 hours or so. What's the chat look like now? So you got hi, great project, thanks buddy, not official admin, yes sir. I mean, there's like nothing going on here. Take love from Bangladesh. Okay, thank you, appreciate it. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, hi. So Yeah, I'm curious about who is actually in here asking real questions. If someone's sifting through their Telegram right now and you find a real question, please let me know. Let me get caught up on chat real quick. Sorry, you guys have been chatting it up while I've been talking. Um, Sorry, let me see. Yeah, Justin says pink cells where the people currently are. Absolutely. Launchpad to launch other launch pads all the time. Definitely. Launchpad to launch other projects all the time, but it tells me they may be underfunded. That's not a negative thing, but something to be mindful about. Doctors in the House says, oh, he's asking about Farcana. Dalo says it was 600 members not too long ago. Metal Ride says this project would be a huge undertaking to complete. I would be curious to see if it's ready to use. I think it would take longer than 4 months. So I think it's worth having a discussion, guys. We think about it. So think about our ecosystem. Think about our dev team, 9 in-house dev team. Think about the rock stars in our community and all of us working together to build this, and the amount of time and effort it's taken to create what we have now. So this project is launching brand new. They're launching on PinkCell. How far out would it actually be for them to be ready to implement these things? I think that's a really good question. Uh, Justin says sounds like a cash grab. Yeah, I try to walk that line of like I can be wrong. I'm wrong a lot of the time, and I never want to come across as like bashing a project. Cause like that's not my intent. It's really just my intent is to like ask these questions to support all of us and like okay, let's dig deep. Let's find out what we can find. And through that, we've seen a lot of things and we've learned a lot of things. We found some great projects and we found some great red flags for some other projects. But I never want to like say that a project is up to shenanigans unless like it's just absolutely blatant that they are because I don't I want to spread positivity in the space. Dalo says a created referral thing. If you guys could find a resource like that, I think that'd be really cool for us to implement on these sessions. Justin asks, is there a way to see historical users of Telegram? I'll reach out to some contacts I have and see if that's a possibility, but that's definitely something that could be helpful. Okay, I'm now caught up on chat. So let's go ahead and take a look at Pink Cell. I'm just curious about this. Pink Cell right here. Let me actually. So let's look at Pink Cell. So one of the things you always want to do when you're in the Telegram groups is grab Pink Cell from the pinned messages. It's always legit. And also when you search specific keywords, so like Pink Cell can be spelled differently, but I've found that sometimes it can be hard to find it. It's really accessible in this group though. It can be hard to find it in other groups, but searching pinkcell.finance is helpful. Something I just noticed: 32 pinned messages, but this appears to be the same message. It's just being put out and pinned over and over again. So we're gonna lose a couple of pinned messages. Yeah, this is the same. the same, just repurposed every couple days or whatever. So that's something I didn't pick up right away. But like the last 10 messages have been the same thing. 11, 12. So 12 of the 32. So now we're down to 20 pinned messages. All right, let's check out Pink Cell. Where's Pink Cell? All right. Okay, we got a video on here. So just for funsies, how about go ahead and type in chat how many video views you think this video is going to have? Okay, we're gonna guess. Okay, just for fun, Let me do a poll. Okay, how many video views? How many video views? We got 100 or under 100. I'm creating a poll for us right now. Okay, poll's up. We got a poll up. How many video views we think this video is going to have? You guys can click it. See what we got there. Okay, after 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. We're going to wrap the poll up. Oh, nice. We're almost balanced. We're almost balanced. All right, so I'm thinking this is going to be on the low end. I'm thinking around 100, and I think that's probably pushing it. Oh, now one thing I didn't keep in mind, guys. I apologize. These numbers could be off. This project could be, or sorry, this video could be done by a influencer. Okay, I didn't take into account that this is not the project's website or project's video or YouTube channel. This could be done with an influencer, which means this could have a lot more views than we anticipate simply because of the influencer. So, moment of truth. Here we go. So this is a review video. So I'm thinking it could have a lot more than what we thought. Yeah. So we got 8,400 views. Now, here's the reason why. This is from an influencer. Okay, so the guys who had 300, you guys may have picked up on that before I did. Well done. Well done. This number has no relevance to the project's success, in my opinion. Okay? This number is simply because this guy has a big following, and, it has nothing to do with the amount of people who watch this video here. Okay? 8,400 views could have come from his own subscribers, could have come from email lists and things like that, and not a direct reflection of this, and not a direct, if there was a video on their website, not a direct reflection from their website traffic. So that's always something to keep in mind. What is the source of the video? So hey, those of you who did 300 plus, congratulations. Winner, chicken dinner. Okay, so Justin's saying, prove to me this isn't a scam. An approach I have on every project I look at. I'm not feeling they are doing that on this end. Yeah, so basically, this is something Justin and I have talked about a lot. I keep going back in between Justin and MetalRad. He's one and the same. We have Justin we got JT, which is MetalRad. We got Justin in the teal there. So absolutely, this idea we've talked about a lot about before about it is their job to prove their legitimacy. It's their job to prove how good they are. Not the onus is on them. And so we're gonna keep doing research, and if they don't have the information to make us think and believe that it's a legit project, Like it's just they're gonna stay in that category of like this is really questionable. you know, like it's all about stacking probabilities. You know, um, we talk about this often. Where's my screen snipping tool? We talk about this a lot. Stacking probabilities. So we find something that we like, it goes over here on the plus side. That's a plus. Here's a minus. We find something we don't like, it goes on the minus side. And so at different stages of the project. So for example, with Farcana, there was some things that were missing. Docs team, white paper, audit. Okay, but that project isn't launching for months. So like ideally, it's eventually going to be fixed and rectified. What is strange about this particular project is the pink cell starts in 15 hours. And so there's a lot of unknowns over here that make you say, huh, what's really going on here? And so, it's just one of those things to look at. Okay, so back to pink cell. Justin did take a look at the tokenomics and he said they do check out. So that's something that you want to check and look at. And also, is there a white paper? Is there a white paper? I don't remember seeing a link to a white paper here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff on the website. Well, they literally have everything here. Audit KYC. Audited by DeFi Shield. Hey, Justin Metalride, where does DeFi Shield rank on your audit list? So they're doing 100 BNB soft cap. They'll likely fill it, but what I'm curious about, well, I don't know if they'll fill it or not. How long are they running it? They're running it for 2 days. That's good. So like that is a good thing that they're only running it for 2 days instead of like 7 days or whatever. I think this has the space for this to fill up much quicker with them only running it for 2 days. What? That's weird. Hold on a second. Okay, so on Pink Cell, the audit is linked to contract checker. Okay? On their website, they're saying DeFi Shield. No, I'm just looking for. I'm gonna see where they're coming from. Like what do they say the audit is? I don't see anything yet. Oh, right here, they're saying the audit is from DeFi Shield. So I'm just curious why they would link here to contract checker. Okay, so just so you guys know, Metalride has a list of audit companies, and so he's been just basically tracking these to see how good they are and things like that. And so that's why I was asking him if he'd ever heard of or where this one ranks, and he said it's not even on his list. So this is the first time he's heard of them. I wonder if it's their own. Do they offer audits? So I wonder if that's their own audit company. um, Let me see. So when I request audit, where does it take me? Wait, is that their own audit company? I'm sorry, guys. It, Hold on a second. So I clicked. So I clicked. So this is saying Crowdy is audited by DeFi Shield. Okay, guys, stay with me. I want to make sure I'm understanding this. I'm saying everything right. When I click request audit, I click that, and DeFi Shield pops up here. We are DeFi Shield's official partner. So like, is this like a white label audit service where Crowdy is DeFi Shield has a white label audit where Crowdy can run audits via DeFi Shield? I don't understand what's going on here. Yeah, so they have a relationship with DeFi Shield, and so they're just whitelisting it. Okay, at first, there for a split second, at first I thought that that was part of their own branch and they audited themselves. I thought that was pretty bold. Thought that was pretty gutsy there. Okay, all right, so yeah, so now I was just looking to see if I could find some information about the team. I don't necessarily see anything. Yeah. Okay, so that's probably as far as we're gonna go. I know I told Aaron we're gonna look at one last project before we hop off, and right now we're 21 after the hour, which is fine because we're rocking and rolling, and we're doing a lot of good stuff here. Um, is there anything else that we want to look at on this project, Crowdy? Um, yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how this is gonna go. I don't Similar to what Meloride said. I don't know. Seems like a really ambitious. This seems like a really ambitious project. It seems like if they were just doing one thing, I guess the question is, here's my take on this project, and this is straight factual, as best I can. Maybe this will answer me right here. Let me read this, and then I'll say what I was going to say. Crowdy is formed by a group of enterprising developers who've become professionals in Web3 space. We've understood that its limitations, challenges, and true value of the technology. We believe in the security and transparency of decentralization. The vision of the team is that technology is for everyone, and our mission is to achieve it by helping create new successful projects. Everyone is able to use the tools that Crowdy provides. That's right, they are free, accessible for everyone. We see the future of Web3 as a space for anyone to achieve new goals. Technology belongs to everyone, and Crowdy works as a tool for the community. We believe the future is decentralized, community-driven, and transparent. Okay, so let me read this last thing. Our focus is building a mature platform that can provide projects with the approach of developing the best possible product. The platform is being designed to serve the best interests of teams, investors, and community. The rewards will enhance the experience, but the goal of the project is to grow into a fully decentralized, reputable launchpad ecosystem that supports teams as they bring ideas to life. Crowdy will allow projects to seamlessly transition from successful fundraising to successful and complete DeFi projects. Okay, here's my wrap up on this one. My wrap up of this one is, what have they previously built? Okay, I'm going to try to keep this as factual as I possibly can. I don't have a clue who these guys are. I don't have a clue what they've done in the crypto space, nor in their personal lives. I don't have a clue how old they are. Nothing. I know nothing about this team. Having said that, this is incredibly ambitious for a group of people who, on the front side, on the front, it doesn't look like they've created anything yet. And not only that, they haven't created. At least they're not advertising that they've created something. Like, I have no idea. I mean, they don't even have their own video on PinkCell. They have someone else's video. They have a YouTube influencer video on PinkCell. Okay, so we have no clue who they are. Incredibly ambitious plan here. And so I have no, I don't know. How would they be able to create even one of these? Like, If they had done one of these things previously, if they created a successful token, had a successful project launch, if they had a successful prior career doing something, I don't know. It seems like a mixed bag of a group of people who maybe they genuinely want to do well in the space. I don't disagree with that. I'm just simply saying, like, I haven't found any information that can support the fact that they can actually do what they want to do. And how often do we see teams who have grand visions that actually don't deliver on anything that they want to deliver on? I don't know. You mix that with the fact that, and now I may be throwing shade at this point, but hear me out on this one, okay? And you guys let me know if this is too brutal or not. If they are smart and they do have a track record and they have built something in the past, let's just assume that all that stuff is right and accurate, that they actually have done some stuff. Why in the world are they launching on Pink Cell with a fair launch? I've looked at hundreds of projects that do a fair launch, and more often than not, they tank. It's absolute bomb. And so, what I'm curious about is if it's a team that actually is successful, they actually do have a track record, that they actually are doing something that's great, why in the world would they choose that route of Pink Cell and a fair launch? So that's just my take on that. That's just my take. Curious what you guys think on this. Curious what you guys think about how you feel about this project, what we talked about. Kim says some talking points mature from Robin. Absolutely. I mean, who knows? It's possible that it's possible that people could be inspired about what Vedder is doing and what Vedder has done, and they're taking talking points and they're painting a pretty cool picture of what they want to create. At the end of the day, we'll see what happens. Here's the crazy thing about the crypto space: anything can happen. They may have a fantastic fair launch and raise a great amount of BNB, and they may have a fantastic launch, and more power to them. I hope that they're legit and they're doing some great things in the space. Right now, there's a lot of questions. I have a lot more questions than answers, and based on what we've looked at today, I'm kind of skeptical. Yeah, I feel like starting with one thing. Starting with one thing, I think could be a good idea for them. I think starting small and building something up and building our community over time would be a good thing. But hey, now here's the fun time. Here's where it gets fun. Here's where it gets fun. This project could be awesome. This project could be the next 100x. This project could tank. And the beautiful part about it is we have zero control over that, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So, yeah, now we just get to watch. Now you can add it to your volume of launches and add it to your paper trading and bring up your concerns. Write down the things that you like about it. Write down the things that you don't like about it. And when launch happens, now you can see what actually goes down. Were your concerns right? Were your concerns accurate? You could see, exactly what's going on. Metaloride says the audit company is 52 days old, so it's a new audit company. Okay, Aaron says Astrox private sale has been open to the public. I think it might be one of the people who could get in early. Okay, and yeah, so. Okay, so I did say that we're going to look at one more. So if you guys want to hang out, we can look at one more. I told Aaron that we would look at one, and we have. I got the time. If you guys got the time, and I don't mind going long. I know that sometimes it can be a little daunting when someone looks at a replay video, and the replay video is replay videos hour and a half long, but I know that we're having fun, we're learning, we're asking good questions, and this is what this is all about. So all right, we're gonna look at Astrox. It's a private cell. Okay, so private cell. Aaron just said the private cell is open to the public. So we're gonna do a quick look into this. I'm not gonna go real long on it because I would really not like to go 2 hours on this, but we're gonna, we're gonna do it. So let's take a look. So Aaron is the scout, only winners. Okay, and Aaron's an awesome community contributor. Loves the vision, supports the team, and I really appreciate Aaron. I appreciate your hard work and your contribution to the community, man. I really truly appreciate that. Oh, website can't be reached. Okay, just a minute. It could be my internet settings, so we may not get to take a look at the website. Oh, come on. Oh, let's try it again. While that's thinking, let's go ahead and take a look at. Let's just read his scouting report. Private self filled very quickly from organic growth. No red flags at the time. Personal contact with the dev. Okay, so he found it through a relationship. Comments. This is a new project in the early stages of development. The dev worked on the PULI project. In talking with the main dev, he told me that he joined the Pulley project and infused funds into the project and was able to increase the market cap of the project greatly. After some time, he left. Oh, sorry, he felt. Oh, wow. He felt the need to leave the project. This project has raised approximately 450 BNB, and they have opened up the private cell to anyone who would like to get in early. Notes. Be adding details as they become available. This not to be considered financial advice. Okay. All right. So that didn't work for me. No problem. I'm going to check out the Telegram group. Okay. Oh, no problem, Aaron. I will grab the website from Telegram. Perfect. All right. So right off the bat, we have 6,100 members. Click to prove I'm human. I'm human. Okay, 6,100 members. 50 pin messages. August 21st was the first pin message. Let's see how old the group is. Looks like a pretty active group. And this is we're only just moving like barely a day at a time. So there's a lot of messages in here. Okay, it looks like August 7th was when the group was created. So we got about a month ago. Okay. Okay, here's the website, looks like. Here's the actual website. Okay, while that's loading, let me go back to Telegram. All right, let's. So we got 6,100 members. Let's see if there's any bots. Good project. Nope. Hey, I see some other community members. Seeing Alan around in our community. Okay, so again, here's a contrast. So we looked at Farcana. We looked at Lucro, or I'm sorry, Lucro, and not much going on there as far as bots and stuff. We look at this project, same thing. When we looked at Crowdy, there was a lot more bot activity. So that's the difference. Okay, I mean, again, we're just trying to get a feel for how accurate is this number. This number represents how many people are going to be interested. I think Sleepy. I think you said like 10% of a Telegram's numbers actually participate in the project. So it's really important to know like how big is this group? How many people are going to be interested in taking part and being there? Okay. I did not mean to do that. Let's go back. Astrox. There we go. Okay, let's go all the way down. All right, next thing we want to look at is, okay, here's a website. Whoa! Okay. That's weird, guys. So a minute ago I said I questioned, and I'm not throwing shade at Astrox or AstroX. The shade would be thrown at Crowdy. Like that's the same. Uh, if that's not the same artist, I mean that's pretty close. that I mean that's. Hold on a second. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not. If anyone's getting shade, it's this group. Okay, okay. It's Crowdy that's getting shade. Not this group. It's Crowdy. All right. We've already seen Crowdy use language similar to the better ecosystem. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, but like that's the same stuff. Okay, back to what we were doing. Sorry for that detour there. All right, we got a YouTube video here. Let's check it out. See how many views we got. Man, my computer is having a hard time today. There we go. Skip the ad. Pause the video. All right, we got 714 views. Uploaded August 7th. Okay, so a month ago. We got 3 comments. And we got 16 likes. So the majority of the views are coming from the website here. Let's look at the team. We got John is the CEO and co-lead. Okay. And what happens if I click it? Hey, that's a nice touch. Okay, so when you click it, you can read their bios. Okay. Gross multiple millions online in internet marketing and natural health industry. Okay. Traded digital assets for the past 5 years. Bought his first Bitcoin in 2018. Fell in love with digital asset investing. Last 3 years, full-time digital asset trading, self-educating, and investing trading. And Aaron, you said that you had direct communication with. Do you have direct communication with John, or do you have direct communication with Miha or Han, the dev, or a dev? Maybe not even one of these guys. It's possible, I suppose. Yeah, so with the bio, I would like to know like a little bit more about like what he did, to like that would support him in this role. That's just personal. Gross multiple 7 figures, digital marketing. Okay. So like these things right now, it doesn't tell me much about like what they actually are bringing to the table, like how it actually is going to matter to us or to their community. Let's see what the white paper says. Yeah, white paper matches the white paper matches. Man, my poor computer. Okay, that's not going to work. My computer's struggling today. Okay, let's go back to Telegram. Let's look at Doxed. Looks like they did some AMAs with Golem. Looks like Yeah, we'll look at some other AMAs. Two AMAs tomorrow. When was this posted? Today? So they got some more AMAs coming. Caesars. Okay, so they're doing all the big calls, all the big groups. So I saw Golems, I saw Caesars. I would imagine Venom is on here. Maybe. Yes. And hey, by the way, this is something, something to note. From an auditing perspective, and just write this down and see if it's true from your own perspective. But from an auditing perspective, I've seen projects that if they use conjunction, Caesars and Venom in conjunction, they tend to outperform projects that just have travel ad. Okay, travel ad. So, so just an observation. Projects that tend to use Caesars and Venom tend to outperform projects that just use travel ad and those similar to that. And this is not a knock on. This is not a promoting of Caesars or Venom or a knock on travel ad. Just an observation. Okay, observation. Okay, audit. So I'm looking for the audit. Hey, here's Mr. G-Man himself. Looks like they have a CEX listing lined up. Public sale would be on October 5th. So yeah, it's still a month out from the public sale. So this is still the private sale opportunity. How much was oh, it's still loading. While it's loading, let me check it out. Justin says he's not necessarily a fan. Trading card games tend to be very nice, usually focused on the artwork. For new Launchpad ecosystem, I think they may stick with Visa. Venom and who? Venom and Caesar. I've found that Venom and Caesar, those are. Don't get me wrong. None of these are deal makers or deal breakers. It was just an observation that if a project was bragging about travel ad versus a project who talked about Venom and Caesar, Venom and Caesar outperformed travel ad. Again, not a endorsement and not throwing shade, just strictly a looking at the numbers and data. That's what I've seen. All right, so private sale ends in a day and 9 hours. Now, Aaron, if you're still on, what is it that you like about this project? What is it that stood out about this project that you like and appreciate before we hop off? Yeah, Metal Rad. I think it's great that as a community, these are the type of resources we can pull together, um, and like look at things from a data driven perspective, and start finding these things and start finding like what pockets and groups of people, are certain tribes, are certain communities all about the pump, are certain communities all about long term? Are certain communities all about like mature investors and intelligent and quality? I think that having that type of information will be really helpful, and can really support the ecosystem. Can really bring massive value. Yeah, like to Justin's point, absolutely. Even the influencers, certain influencers are going to have a certain vibe in certain tribes. Like it is what it is, and to get a feel for that, because certain projects get to speak a certain language when you're talking to certain groups of people. Um, and because I mean, what's the point? What is the point of being a long term project communicating to a group of pump and dumpers? You know, and so knowing those things, I think that is I think knowing those things will be incredibly valuable, not just to our ecosystem but to the space. I think that's really cool. So I don't think Aaron's still with us. I think Aaron may have hopped off. Um, so we are an hour and 46 minutes in. This is probably the longest session we've ever done before. Um, my my website, or my I don't know if it's my browser, my internet, whatever, or combination of the internet with the website. It's making my research really cumbersome. So I don't want to keep us on here while this is just still spinning. It's just not really easy for me to flip through all that stuff to get a good feel for the project. But what we did see was the private cell is open for another full 24 hours, and I think another 9 hours. And so there's to do time to do your due diligence, time to do your research, and with this, it's possible that both these companies could have just grabbed just a stock astronaut photo, and that's why the last two projects had the same thing. Personally, I think what this project would be missing here is artwork from the game, or from what's going on here. Like where's the artwork? So like down here, there's some artwork. And Justin, this may be what you were saying. We don't see a lot of the artwork here. And my question is why? Why don't we see that? Maybe there's something on Twitter? Let's check out Twitter real quick. Let's see. 30,000 followers on Twitter. Okay, so the biggest thing that's missing for me with this project is I can't tell. So it's a game, okay? It's a gaming project, but I can't tell what the game's gonna look like. I know for a fact the game's not gonna look like this. Okay, and then I see pictures of the a space shuttle, and I see this space shuttle, and I see the astronaut, but again, the game's not gonna look like that. I'm not logged into my Twitter account, so I'm having a hard time picturing. This is the closest we have right here. Astro Space Fighter. And that's it. Where? Oh, here's some more. Here's some more pictures. But we got two pictures here. Okay. So I don't know. It makes me confused. So let me read this real quick. Leveraging one of the world's best digital trading card platforms without any tech skills or experience. Fast-paced, epic turn-based card duels without any downtime. Speed has been improved over similar games to keep it more engaging. Play-to-earn mechanism designed to work long-term. Players can purchase new card packs, chests, even earn staking rewards. Full flexibility to do anything you want with your cards without any restrictions or limits. Complete versatility to battle for rewards. Hold as collectibles and even trade on our unique peer-to-peer marketplace. So that's that. I think what this is missing is why isn't this even part of their logo? I don't know. I don't know. I'm having a hard time understanding what it's actually going to look like based on the information that we have so far, and I think that's a challenge, and that may have been what Justin was saying as well. That visuals are a big deal and artwork is a big deal. And artwork takes takes time. I get that. Artwork takes a lot of time, and development takes time. But like, I want to, if I'm going to invest in a game, I want to know what I'm playing. I want to know what I'm, so like even having early stage renderings or sketches of what these cards could look like, I think would go a long way. I think it would help us understand like, hey, this is what's really going on here. Like we would get to picture what these cards look like and have an idea of what the fill could be, and instead of just being left in the dark of like, this is all we got. And they just happened, oh, the odds of this, they just happened to use this exact same model as a previous project did, just have a different color. What are the odds of that? So anyway, so that's my take on this. Let me look at YouTube one last time. Maybe there's something here on YouTube. And so this is a second gaming project. We're still early in the project. Okay, we're still early. So meaning there could be time. There's time for them still to develop, but like, just show us something. Show us some art. I'd be so excited to see pictures of some of the cards. You don't have to have gameplay footage. Just show me something. Show me something. Yeah, Better Days. That's a great question, man, and that's what I'm getting at. Like, uh, maybe they're raising some funds. Well, okay, let's take a look at the roadmap and see. Maybe the funds are going to be used for getting this kicked off. Again, there's no dates attached to these phases, and there's no indication of where we are in the phase. There's no completion, no open ended. But phase one, starter pack sell. We'll be opening Marketplace for NFT starter card packs prior to the alpha game release so players can buy, sell, and trade to prepare their decks ahead and have something to look forward to. Phase 2, alpha release. Alpha version of Astrox will be released with basic game functions, 3 initial decks with 20 cards each in 5 tiers. Phase 3, first season release. First season expansion of the game will include additional and limited packs with additional game features with necessary fixes for game bugs and issues. Phase 4, second season release. Second and third season of our game will include more packs. So obviously none of this is complete, but where's the roadmap that says images, design sketches, ideas to share with the community, ideas to share with potential investors to get people excited? Utility roadmap. Here's exposure roadmap. Let's see what this says. No. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they're missing a lot. I feel like they could have so much more right now by simply having some images and pictures of what's going on. It would inspire me, enroll me in what's going on. I feel like that's an area they're really, I don't know, they're really missing the mark on that. Again, it doesn't have to be refined. It doesn't have to be like super smooth. It could be like literally sketches of stuff. Like remember back when Lord of the Rings completed and like you got to buy the trilogy, and the box set and stuff, and like and there were like special perks, and it showed like renderings and drawings and sketches of the early days before production, before the multi-millions and billions of dollars were made from the movie. Like, that stuff, like, why not show that stuff? If that's all you have, it's better than nothing. Like Vetter Day said, if you're a studio that's designing content for your game, could you not come up with something better than this? Okay? So, those are all, visual things. It just makes me curious, makes me confused, and confused buyers don't buy. And so when I'm confused on a project like this, what am I actually investing in? I don't know. And maybe this video right here, maybe this 7.5 minute video, maybe I'm enrolled in the people and the individuals and stuff. But right now, I'm definitely not enrolled because of the graphics, because of the images, because of the cards or the possibility. It's simply just an idea. And me personally, I get to look at more than just an idea. Vetter Day says, I have close ties to a game developer, and I can tell you that they would never contemplate using any art that wasn't their own. Yeah, it's a little strange. It's a little strange. Maybe they're still finding themselves. I'll throw them this, and this is my last thought on this. When Vetter launched, we've gone through a couple iterations, 3, 4 iterations of the Vetter logo and the V. And maybe this is round one. And so I'll give them that. It's round one on this logo here, but to your point, man, sketch something up for us real quick. The thing that confuses me the most is I know for a fact that the game is not going to look anything like the current images that are being showed. And this astronaut and the spaceship. And I think it's just an incredible waste that they're doing right now. A lot of people are excited about it, and maybe there's something that we're missing on this surface level conversation. So with that, there's still a day and a half left to do your due diligence on the private cell. Maybe you can ask them some questions, get some answers on, when we're going to see some game footage, when we're going to see some graphics, some sketches, some renderings or something. So with that, we had a great session today, guys. Fantastic session. We covered a lot. We started the call talking about Genico. We then looked at Lucro. We looked at Farcana. We looked at Crowdy. Then we finished it up with Astrox. It's no wonder that the session went 2 hours today, which gives us about 30 minutes per project we looked at. But a lot of good stuff here. All of these are worth adding to your paper trading. All of these are worth looking at, doing due diligence on, and continuing watching because there is massive value in what we talked about today. So, hey, thank you all for being here. Thank you for contributing. I think we had some great conversation, some great realizations today, and I appreciate it. So I will end like I always do. Life can be short. So for those that you care and love, let them know you care and love them. Hey, I appreciate you guys so much. What we experienced today, man, this is what I love about this community. All of us working together, sharing ideas, sharing our thoughts, sharing our insights. Why? Because we can all win. When one wins, we all win. We're building out that ecosystem. We're working together. And there's so much ahead of us. And we all have such a bright future. So, hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you in Telegram. Bye for now.